Constitutional Bodies Part 2nd. Before watching this video, you should watch Constitutional Bodies Part 1st. Then it will be easy to understand. If not, it will be somewhat confusing. So first watch Part 1st of this video. In this video, we are discussing about CAG, Comptroller and Auditor General of India, National Commission for Scheduled Caste and National Commission for Scheduled Tribes. So first, Comptroller and Auditor General of India. Comptroller and Auditor General of India. Article 148 deals with Comptroller and Auditor General of India, who is the head of Indian Audit and Account. He is the head of financial administration and the guardian of public purse. He audits the account related to all expenditure from the consolidated fund of Union, the state and Union territory, and submit report to the President in the case of Union and to the Governor in the case of state and to the Lieutenant Governor in the case of Puducherry and Delhi. The Puducherry and Delhi are the only union territories which has legislative assemblies. At present, there are 7 union territories in India. But in all of these, Delhi and Puducherry only have its own ministries. That means Delhi has its own chief minister, Puducherry has its own chief minister. And the remaining 5 have only an administrator that is appointed by President. And the administrator of Puducherry, Delhi, that is appointed by President, is called as Lieutenant Governor. Consolidated fund means the main bank account of the government. It is a term used in many countries with a political system that is derived from the Westminster system. That means United Kingdom, British administration, to describe the main bank account of the government. In India also, the main government bank account is called as Consolidated Fund. And CAG, Comptroller and Auditor General of India, audits the expenditure related to the Consolidated Fund of Union, State and Union Territory. Union Territory, Delhi and Puducherry have its own government. So they have its own Consolidated Fund. Auditing account means verification of account and its accuracy. Article 266 says that revenues, that is income received by the Government of India, to be paid to the Consolidated Fund of India, or the revenue received by the state to the State Consolidated Fund. And this Comptroller and Auditor General audits this account and report the relevant legislature. That means in the case of Union to the President, then President submit to this report to the Parliament. And in the case of state to the governor, governor submit this report to the state legislative assembly. And in the case of union territory, to the lieutenant governor. He check the matter that the money withdrawn from the consolidated fund, whether it is withdrawn with the consent of the Parliament or not, or whether the money withdrawn from these funds has been used for the purpose for which it was withdrawn or not. That means the money is used by the authority improperly or not. Comptroller and Auditor General of India audit all the expenditure related to the Consolidated Fund of the Union, State and Union Territory of Puducherry and Delhi. Consolidated Fund means the main bank account of the government. Constitution authorizes the Parliament to prescribe the duties and powers of the CAG. In 1971, Parliament enacted the CAG Act, Comptroller and Auditor General's Duties, Powers and Condition of Service Act. Under this Act, the duties of CAG include auditing related to the Consolidated Fund of India, State and Union Territory, which have Legislative Assembly, that is already said, and trading, manufacturing, profit and loss accounts and balance sheet that are kept in any government department, that may be central government or state government, and account of store in stock kept in government offices or department, and the auditing of government companies, the corporate bodies, audits the grants or loan given to other authorities or bodies, etc. That means he controls the entire financial system in the country. And this is not only in the central level but also in the state level. All these accounts are verified by CAG. He ensures the effectiveness and efficiency of the use of resources by the government. 2G spectrum allocation, coal mine allocation are some of the most debated CAG reports, which leads the controversy of 2G spectrum scam and coal mining scam. Salary and service condition of the CAG are determined by Parliament. He is the agent of Parliament. So CAG is responsible only to the Parliament. Article 148 deals with the Comptroller and Auditor General of India. The CAG is appointed by President. On appointment, CAG has to make an oath or affirmation before the President of India. And the term 6 years or until he attains the age of 65 and whichever is earlier. And he is not eligible for further employment under Government of India or Government of State. He can be removed by the President on same manner as a judge of the Supreme Court. That means on the basis of a resolution with a special majority in Parliament. Next, National Commission for Scheduled Caste. Article 338 deals with National Commission for Scheduled Caste, which is established by 65th Constitutional Amendment Act of 1990. Prior, there was only a non-statutory multi-member commission for SC/ST, but the 65th Constitutional Amendment Act of 1990 created National Commission for Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribe as a constitutional body. Again, the 89th Constitutional Amendment Act of 2003 created two separate bodies for Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribe. Separate National Commission for Scheduled Caste came into existence in 2004. Its function investigate all matters relating to the constitutional safeguard of Scheduled Caste, and its function investigate all matters relating to the constitutional safeguard of Scheduled Caste. Actually, Constitution has not specified the caste and tribes which are called as Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribe. The Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribes are historically disadvantaged indigenous people in India. Since independence, they were given reservation status and guaranteeing political representation. Article 341 empowers the Parliament to include or exclude castes from the list of scheduled castes in the notification. It also empowers the President of the nation to include or exclude any community or races or tribes from scheduled caste. The commission consists of a chairperson, a vice chairperson and 3 other members. They are appointed by President, and the condition and tenure are determined by President, and they submit annual report to the President, and the President submit this report to the Parliament. The Commission is also required to discharge similar functions with regard to OBC, other backward caste. So, Article 338, National Commission for Scheduled Caste. Next, National Commission for Scheduled Tribes. National Commission for Scheduled Tribes. Article 338A is dealing with National Commission for Scheduled Tribes. It is already said 89th Constitutional Amendment Act of 2003 caused the bifurcation of National Commission for SC/ST into 2 separate bodies. So, the separate National Commission for Scheduled Tribes came into existence in 2004. 65th Constitutional Amendment Act of 1990 created National Commission for Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribe. 89th Constitutional Amendment Act of 2003 separate these bodies into two, that is Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribe. National Commission for Scheduled Caste and National Commission for Scheduled Tribes. Separate National Commission for Scheduled Tribes came into existence in 2004. The commission consists of a chairperson, a vice chairperson and 3 other members. They are appointed by President, and their function investigate all matters relating to the constitutional safeguard of scheduled tribes. They submit annual report to the President, and President places this report before Parliament. In the next video, we will discuss about Finance Commission, Special Officer for Linguistic Minorities, Attorney General of India, and Advocate General of the State.